Hello to all my dear students. Welcome you again to the online video class of computers. I am Meenakshi Kothiyal, your computer teacher. Children, I wish you a very happy Navratri. May Goddess Durga shower her blessings on you and may this corona will go soon. Teachers are eagerly waiting to meet you all. Hope our session will start soon and we'll call you at the school if everything will go alright. So children, we have in our previous video I have just started the chapter, that is chapter number 1, Introduction to Computers. We have started this. Okay. Now children, before proceeding to the rest of the topic, let us take a quick recap of what we have studied in our previous video. Children, we have studied about the computer introduction, that computer is an electronic device generates information from raw data. Data could be anything like numbers, characters, letters, anything which you feed into the computer. Okay. And information, when we give data to the computer, it processes it and it gives us the information. Suppose I am giving the data 2 plus 4 to the computer. It will give you the result as, it will process it. It means it has to add these two digits, 2 and 4. So this processing of addition is done by the processor, that is CPU, and it will display you the result 6. So this is the data, 2 plus 4 is the data and 6 is the information which we get after processing the data. Got it children? Now, what are the functions of computer? Functions of computer are entering data. Means first we have to enter the data into the computer. Then processing and storing. Now what computer will do? It will process it and it will store it. Next, displaying output. After processing it, it will store the result, and then if you ask for the output, it will display you the result on the monitor screen. Okay children? So this is the function of a computer. Now next topic we have studied is that hardware. Computer is of two parts. Computer is made up of two parts, hardware and software. We have studied about these hardwares only. Now, software I will just continue in later. Okay, first just take a quick recap of this topic. Hardware. What are hardwares? Hardwares are the touchable parts of the computer. Means the parts of the computers which you can touch or which you can see. Got it children? Like keyboard, mouse, CPU, monitor. Isn't it? These you can touch and you can see. Now, hardware is also of 4 types. How many types? 4 types. Okay. Hardware consists of 4 types. Input devices, processing unit, storage devices and output devices. Now children, I have told you that function of computer is it will accept the data, means entering data. We have to enter the data. But with the help of what? When we enter the data into the computer, that process is called input, and with the help of and which part help us to enter the data into the computer? Yes, keyboard, mouse. So keyboard and mouse are the input devices because with the help of them, we can enter the data into the computer. Got it children? So input devices are the devices which helps us to enter the data into the computer. Now, keyboard, by pressing the keys we can enter the data into the computer, and mouse by clicking on the icons, by opening the file, by selecting the file, we are entering the data into the computer. After that, computer will do its work. Got it children? So first part is input devices. Next is processing unit. When we enter the data, now computer has to process it, so it requires some devices. Which device helps a computer in processing? Let me give you a hint. It is the brain of computer. It is also known as the brain of computer children. Yes. So CPU is the processing unit which helps us to process the data, which processes the data into the computer and then according to the instructions. Means CPU processes the data according to the instructions given by us. Okay, like suppose I have given this process. Now I have given this instruction that you have to add these digits. Plus I have given, it will understand of its own that I have to add it. Like you will use your brain that you have to add these two numbers. The same way computer will use its brain, means CPU. CPU will work on it. It will understand that I have to add it, then it will add the data, it will process it, and it will give you the result. So CPU is the processing unit. Next, storage devices. Okay, children. Now let us understand what are storage devices. Suppose you have given me the answer now. If I'm asking you, you are giving me the answer, but I am not asking you to stand up or give me the open your mouth and then tell me the answer. So you have stored that answer in your mind only. Got it? When I ask you to say, then only you will give me the output, isn't it? So storage devices are the parts of computer or the devices which stores the data. Got it? Permanently and temporarily for the future use. Got it, children? Now, suppose you have painted something on a computer, you have drawn something on a computer and you have saved it. You have saved your file. So, computer will save it for longer period of time. Means a day after, or after 4-5 days, or after a week, after a year. If you open that computer, you will see that your drawing is still present over there. So, with the help of storage devices, you can store the data into the computer for longer period of time. If you have saved it. Got it, children? So, storage devices are like CD, DVD, okay, hard disk. Hard disk is the inbuilt storage device. It is already built inside the computer system, okay. A hardware is, you are already, your computer system already have a hardware, okay. It already have a hardware and it is installed inside the computer only for saving your data or the data on which you are working. It will give you the space so that you can do work on data on computer, or you can save your data on computer. Got it, children? So CD, DVD, hard disk are the examples of storage devices. Suppose, children, like pen drive. Pen drive is also a storage device. Okay, it is a portable storage device. It is not already installed in the computer, but you can use it. Okay. So, it is an external storage device, means it is not installed in the computer. You can use it externally for storing your data. Got it, children? Next is output device. Now, children, what are output devices? Yes, children. Output devices are the devices which helps a computer to display the result. Like monitor screen. Monitor, okay, monitor is a screen, okay. When we done something, when we are doing something, it all gets displayed on the screen. So, monitor is an output device. Whatever we are giving the instruction to the computer, it is processing it and it is displaying us on the monitor screen. Got it, children? So, monitor is the output device. Got it? Monitor is the output device. Also, printer. Printer is also known as the output device. Suppose if you want to print your data on a piece of paper, whatever is displaying on the screen, you want that data to be printed on a paper, so you would require a printer. So a printer prints the data of a computer on a piece of paper. So monitor and printer are the output devices. They helps a computer, or they help us in displaying the result. Got it, children? So, these are the 4 parts of hardware. Input devices, processing unit, storage devices and output devices. And these are the examples of storage devices. This is the example of storage device. CD, DVD, hard disk is the example of storage device. And monitor, printer are the examples of output devices. Now, children, computer is of 2 parts. So, hardware and software. Hardware we have studied. Now, let us start with the topic software. Now, children, what is a software? Software is a set of program that performs some task in a computer. Let me tell you in a very easy language. Suppose, children, when you open your computer, okay, when you switch on your computer, you must have seen that there is a logo coming inside your computer screen like this, Windows. This kind of window you must have seen in your computer screen. Okay, so that is a software. What is that? Software. A software helps a computer to do some task. Got it, children? Suppose you have brought the computer at your home and you have not installed any operating system on it. like you have not installed Windows on it. What it will do? It will not get opened. It is just an empty box. Without any operating system, a computer will not work. It is of no use. So, computer, the monitor you can touch, the keyboard you can touch, the mouse you can touch, the CPU you can touch, the hardwares you can touch. But will that hardware work if there is no operating system, if there is no software inside it? So that is why you would require a software that makes those hardwares to work. When we installed software, Microsoft Windows, when we installed them, when we installed an operating system in our computer, then only it will work. You take your mobile phone, when you open it, when you touch something, that is all. Whatever inside it is a software. Without it, it is nothing. When your software get interrupted, when your software get corrupted, you would say, no ma'am, that there is a virus in our phone. So that viruses, that whatever you are doing inside a computer is a software. You cannot touch them. It is just making your mobile phone to do some task. Got it? So software is a program. It is a set of programs. Suppose it is a coding. It is a kind of a coding which we cannot see, which we cannot touch. So these are the codings. It is a program that helps a computer to perform some task. Suppose let's take an example of Paint software. If you are not having any Paint software in your computer, will you be able to draw something in your computer? No, children. So if you want to draw something in your computer screen, you would require software which helps you to draw something. With the hand, you can draw on your computer screen. No. So you would require a Paint software. So now you are getting my point that a software is a program, is a coding. Program means it is a coding which helps us to perform some task in the computer. Got it, children? Suppose if you want to listen to music, you would require VLC media player. It is a software. If you want to watch movies in your computer, you would require window media player. Got it? If you want to draw something in your computer, you would require Paint software. Got it, children? So these are the softwares which helps you to perform some task on a computer. If there is no software installed in a computer, it will not work. It is just an empty box. You will not do something. It is just a black screen is visible on the monitor. Because no software is there, how would you work on it then? So hardware just provides you the base. It just gives you the platform so that you can install a software on it and then that hardware will work. Got it, children? Now you got my point? Hardware you can touch, you can see. Got it? And softwares are the things which you cannot touch, which you cannot see. It is just a programming. It is just a coding which is feed inside a computer on a chip, and then that chip will work for you. Got it, children? Now you understand the difference between a hardware and a software. Now let me give you some more examples of software. Now, children, here are the examples of software. MS Windows. MS Windows is an operating system. Okay, MS Windows is an operating system. When you switch on your computer, the first screen is when you see is of Microsoft Windows. Means that operating system is installed in that computer and now your computer is ready to use. So MS Windows is an operating system that operates a computer. Okay, that makes a computer work. Next example is of MS Office. MS Office is a package, children, in which these softwares have been installed, like MS Word. MS Word is a typing software, is a formatting software in which you can type. MS Word, when you open it, you can type on it. Okay. MS PowerPoint, you can make presentations using this software. MS Excel, you can feed your data in a tabular form in MS Excel. So these are the softwares which is provided you with in this package, MS Office. MS Office is a software. It is a software package. It gives us these facilities. These softwares are installed in it. Okay. Next, Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a software which helps you in editing the pictures. Okay. Like nowadays, most of us do in our mobile. We have so many softwares. So, Adobe Photoshop is also a software which we use in a computer to edit or to format a picture. Got it, children? So, these are the examples of software. So, children, I'll just take your leave now. We will be meeting soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe and stay home.